Right, let's begin here. The Ulundi community is holding a meeting following the death of 31-year-old Lindani Dludla. The community went on the rampage yesterday, blocking the main road, demanding justice for the killing of Dludla. Dludla was allegedly killed by a police officer who demanded a firearm from him. Let's catch up with our reporter there, Vusi Kumala. Very good afternoon to you, Vusi. Take us through what's happening in the area, but also over and above that, really the backstory of what's happening there in Ulundi at the moment.
Yes, indeed. Here at Ulundi, we are in an area called Mbileni. This is where Ulundi is. A large number of community members have just gathered here. They are having a meeting with some authorities coming from police, a local police station, the local municipality of Ulundi, as well as other, police personnel who are here. This follows the murder or the killing of Mr. Lindani Dludla, who was killed allegedly at the hands of police or as a result of police action last Thursday. If I can take you through, what we are told is that police stormed his homestead on Wednesday night, storming his homestead and then finding him inside, and then demanded a firearm, of which they were saying that it was an unlicensed firearm that he was in possession of. But upon hearing that he doesn't have a firearm, he was beaten up so badly that he was taken to a nearby hospital. But before that, upon inquiring further about whether he has got a firearm or not, he then told them that the only person who may have a firearm was a neighbor, Mr. Mandlenkosi Kanyile, who also told them that no, he does have a firearm. He confirmed, Mr. Kanyile, that he does have a firearm, but that firearm was licensed. And then the police also checked and also confirmed that it was indeed licensed. But police then assaulted Mr. Dludla, and then he was taken to a nearby hospital at Nkonjeni, where he later died. But with me here is Mr. Mandlenkosi Kanyile himself, who was also beaten up by police after hearing that he has got a licensed firearm. I must also say that Mr. Mandlenkosi did tell us earlier on that police were clad in balaclava, and they were indeed police because they were in police vehicles with their registration numbers confirmed with us here as SABC News. But let us also talk to him. Mr. Mandlenkosi Kanyile, baba usitshela ukuthi kuwena kahle hle kwenzakalani, wafika kanjani umnumzane Lindani Dludla, nokuthi ezeshona wahamba kanjani emhlabeni, yini wayibonanga ngobusuku bangolwesithathu ebusuku uzosa kube uLwesine?
Yebo, kwafika amaphoyisa ngilele, afika ngqongqoze esesitshombile egedeni, khiwe egedeni bangqongqoza, kwashuthi ngilele mina. Babona umama wami wavula kanye nengane zami, bavulela, mabe wavulela bathi khanyisa ngoba uMandlenkosi ukhanyile uyadubula, vula la ndlini udubula abantu. Hayi, bavula ngesikhathi sebengaphakathi sebesho ukuthi ula ikamelweni ulele, waphinde futhi kwathiwa hayi vula lo uyadubula, khanyisa wena, aphinde angena akhanyisa. Kusho ngesikhathi mina ngilele ngezwe sengizwa ngempama, ngivuka ngazo ukuyitshena kwami ngangithi umngamo wenzani ungishaya ngempama. Ngesikhathi mangithi wenzani wena, kanti amaphoyisa ngase ngitshenywe ngempama. Base bethola isibhamu kimi phansi komcamelo, bathi yiso lesibhamu esisifunayo. Hayi, ngiqale ngiphaphama ukuthi hayi lesibhamu sami sisemthethweni. Base befuna incwadi zaso ngabakhipha ngabanikeza, base bengikhipha-ke sebethi ngigqoke ngiphume, base bethi ngiphume, kwase kuphuma ingane yami isibuzo ukuthi hawu baba namthatha ebusuku ngalesikhathi yini indaba na, ngoba nayo ingane yami owakwenza ukuthi icabanga lokho yabona amaphoyisa efake umkhuphaedi eveza amehlo kungekho la kusho khona ukuthi amaphoyisa lobani mawubheka libhaliwe usho lapho ngaphuma nami-ke sangaphandle kwethiwa ngene evenini lapho engagoloza khona cha isibhamu sami ngikwazi ukungena evenini ngoba
nokuthi wambone Lindani Dludla eshaya amaphoyisa and kungani akhomba wena ukuthi wena unesibhamu
afika nje wona sefika ebusuku esethi kufanele isibhamu khona umuntu othi isibhamu sikuwena sithengwe wena hayi bangithi cha khipheleni phela chaza ngoba ngimazi lo muntu lo yena imshoyo la ngempela ke bakhipha uMandondo Dludla mayiphuma ngibingelele avume ngithi mina yini wezela cha ngithi angize ngizofela phambi kwakho ngoba amaphoyisa naka angifuni isibhama sengishayile akusavumi nokube ngikhuluma ngesikhathi esathi uqeda inkulumo abe semshaya amaphoyisa lapho mangesikhathi wabuza ukuthi awu seningaze mshaya ingane kanje nami kwabe sekufika inyembezi-ke lapho sebemthatha sebemfaka evenini sebethi mina siyabonga.
Yes, that's Mandla Nkosi Khanyile saying that I got a rude awakening, being slapped by a number of police who came to his house with two vehicles, two vehicles there, and then upon uncovering that why were they slapping him, the police said that he must give them the firearm of which he possessed. He then told them that he's got a licensed firearm. He told them, but police also, confirmed that this was a licensed firearm. But they also had a standoff from fellow, family members, his children, saying that their father did not do anything wrong. It was then that police went, but they also went with the victim, Mr. Lindani Dludla, who later died at a hospital. But he's saying that he's very worried about some of the. He's concerned about the police action on that day because they came at very, very late in the wee hours of the morning of Thursday morning. They came to his house without really, having a word before earlier that he's saying that he's very concerned about the manner in which they stormed his house. They did not even enter the proper channel of entering the gate at the main gate. So he's saying that he's here at this community to have a word from the community authorities such as police as well as the mayor, so that they want justice. That's why yesterday the police went on the rampage because they are up in arms. They want justice for the killing of Mr. Lindani Dludla here. So they are saying they will be here up until this matter is resolved, because his police vehicle, one of them was coming from Durban. It had a registration number from Durban area, and there was no prior warning from the local police that one of the police vehicles was coming from eThekwini or Durban area. It's back to you for now.
Just one more question, Vusi. I do see that there is that gathering behind you, and there is someone who is speaking. Interestingly, we were having a conversation in the last hour about police and mistrust of community members with police. I wonder, and perhaps surely this will exacerbate the issue and cause sort of more mistrust of police in the community. Can you just briefly give us an idea of what is being spoken about there currently where you are behind you, as I'm sort of listening to someone in the background addressing the community now? What is the community saying? And no doubt they're quite upset, they're quite angry, but what is being said as a whole today?
Yes, let us ask our camera person Natim Zimela so that he can just pan on my left, so that perhaps you could hear some of the background coming from this side. Baba siyabonga kakhulu, Baba siyabonga kakhulu. Yes, what is currently being uttered here in my background, there are community members who are saying that they are very concerned about the latest incident upon which Mr. Lindani Dludla died allegedly at the hands of police or as a result of police action. They are saying that one of the main concerns that there's nowhere in the world whereby the community, the police will just storm the homestead in the middle of the night or in the wee hours of the morning and then demand a firearm, of which there was no firearm that was found. And then later on, after not finding a firearm, they will then storm the homestead of the neighbor and then demand to see a firearm. And upon receiving the news that the neighbor does have a licensed firearm, they also beat him up. But fortunately for him, he was not that badly beaten, even though he went to the local hospital and then he received treatment for that. But the main victim, Mr. Lindani Dludla, did die at the hands of police. So the community members here are saying that they will not tolerate that. That's why yesterday they went on a rampage, blockading the main road, wanting justice, saying that nothing will pass from here, from Ulundi up to Nongomo, of which that was successful yesterday. But earlier on today, we saw the situation returning to calm, but you can see that the situation is very, very tense amongst the community members, who are saying that they are also very, very worried about the situation that is currently taking place, because they are also saying that the families victims did not get justice. And also from the local police station, the station commander did say that he has got nothing to do with this matter, because he did not dispatch anyone to search for a firearm. He doesn't know anything. So the community is saying that how come a local police station will say that he has got no knowledge, is not aware of any dispatching of police to these victims' family members. We are also seeing quite one of the ladies here, a senior woman, she's also crying, but we do not know. Okay, this is one. I can confirm that this is the victim's mother, Mr. Lindani Dludla's mother, who was crying. But at the moment, we cannot hear what is really the problem is. We do not know as for sure what is really the matter at the moment. She's really crying. This is the mother of the main victim, Mr. Lindani Dludla. We've spoken to her earlier on. She's currently crying. We do not really know what's the matter. Oh, okay. The mother's just received the news that the hospital is saying that the hospital management is saying that the result of Lindani Dludla's death was that he was very ill. So that's why the community here is jumping up and down. They're saying that that's not true, because as far as they know, they died as a result of police action. The police were actually the last people seen with him alive at the time. So that's why the community is going on a rampage here at this area of Mbilane. So that's the mother of victim, of the deceased, Mr. Lindani Dludla. So at the moment, we cannot get a comment from one of these concerned community members here. Let me see if we can talk to some of them. Hey.
He can find someone to comment on what's in fact taken place. What we do understand is that the mother was on the scene, upset about the fact that it is being said that her son was in any case sick. The community very upset at the news that they are now saying that the gentleman was in fact not killed. killed was not assaulted but died of an illness that he already have. So the community there really up in arms at the moment. We'll see if we can catch up with Vusi Khumalo. I do understand he does have someone to speak to. Let's take you right there. Of course, we are staying on the action for that. It was supposed to be just catching up with what's going on, but certainly more is happening in Ulundi. So let's stay on that story then. Back to you, Vusi Khumalo.
Yes, thanks a lot. Well, let's just speak to one of the community members who's upset about the whole situation here. Baba, isicela igama lakho nisibone ukuthi kahle hle kwenzakala nje masibona kuyakhalwa wonke umuntu confused.
Njengamanje into eyenzakala lapha kwaShuli 2 ngasesikoleni isikhalela umuzi umphakathi ukhala ngokuthi njengamanje umuntu ubulewe ekugcineni konke ama results aphuma esibhedlela athi umfowethu njengamanje ebegula asikufuni lokho mawuthi kanjani sibuyele emgwaqweni asikufuni lokho ngoba into engaqala ukwenzeka kwenzeka futhi omunye umuzi wakabuthelezi lapha ngezantsi washaya umuntu eshaya amaphoyisa wazwashona
nithi ukuthi nina nisho ukuthi ubegula noma
cha bengaguli uma begula befuna kuhambe esibhedlela bengaguli ushawa amaphoyisa amshaza ambulala
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu. Isigama nesibongo bazositshela.
Unqaba wakamthenjana.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu. That's one of the community members here saying that they will now go on a rampage. They now return back to the streets because they are very upset. They've just got the news from the deceased mother saying that the hospital is saying that the results of Mr. Lindani Dludla's death is because he was sick. So the community members is saying that they'll then go back to the streets to protest against this because they want justice on this matter. It's back to you for now, Flo.
All right. Thank you very much for that reporting. Vusi Khumalo there for us in Ulundi, where it seems as though tensions will rise as community members are sort of indicating at this time. We'll come back to you, Vusi, should you have more for us in Ulundi. Lindani Dludla's death is now being pointed to what is being said to be an illness that he had prior to the police beating him, allegedly beating him. We'll certainly stay on the story and give you updates on this as the day progresses. All right, let's move.